All right.
Here we go. Oh, so
This is
yeah, we're recording right now. We begin again the next play session.
the next place.
We should do a shorter
Do- do-
play session. Like in
A shorter one?
yeah, in my head, we are like the super versions of us, kind of chatty and funny and whatever for the first 2 hours, and the last hour is just a drag full of elevators.
I agree. I get kind of worn out after maybe an hour and a half.
Understandably. Yeah. So let's.
And I think that's about all the battery I've got,
Oh,
to be honest. Anyway, I think I'm gonna keep an eye on it for those of you who obviously can't know unless you're somehow listening to us. Before we started recording, I'm recording with my laptop, and as much as I love my Razer laptop, the battery is not very long. Cutscene. Did you kill that guy?
I did. He
Man, good day.
he just seemed like he needed killing.
There's a lot of loot right over here.
We're gonna lose everything if we don't move. Now.
Gonna lose it, dude.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, this is not my first video game. If there's no timer, we're not losing a damn thing.
Yeah, we could go over this bench and craft things for an hour, and whatever's down there would still be down there.
All right, I guess we'll do this.
Mhm.
Let me just double check. Yeah, definitely do this.
Do you want to talk more about Game of Thrones?
I do, man.
I thought you would.
What button is this?
I'm holding this button.
You all right? This is the
There
same
we go.
button I've been hitting for a while now.
It's time to repel.
You know you're fucking crazy, right? Come on!
You know you're fucking.
No,
Oh,
I
shit.
screwed up.
I don't think you can screw this up, to be honest.
Try me. What's the jump button? Is it not A?
I've been pressing.
Oh,
lots
it's
of
left
buttons.
button.
Thank you.
Left bumper, I should have said. That's what it is.
I guess they call it left button on the PlayStation Nation.
Aiming is funky downhill like this.
Yeah, it is.
On Game of Thrones, man. So we were talking about it before it started. That show, I watch it several times to make sure I understand it. Oh, you ran past all the bad guys.
I did. I apologize.
I need
was
to
not
get
on
out of here.
purpose.
All right, cool. It takes me like multiple viewings to just understand the Game of Thrones.
You know, it's a soap opera for dudes. Totally. That's
Oh, you had to make it
That's-
gay.
it is. I mean, I remember like
You're right.
I remember my
though.
mom always watched like Days of Our Lives or something like that, and it's similar. You know, the way it switches around through the various storylines, and there's tons of characters, and maybe one episode you don't see main characters, you know, throughout. You just kind of get a glimpse to see what's going on with them, you know, that day. It's a lot like that.
And I'm so into it, man. I was telling you before. Wow, your gun is badass. It's like decorative and everything.
I don't even know what it does.
I'm taking Danik with me.
What was I gonna say? I watched the entire first and second season again, so I properly understood the storylines.
That's a lot of watching. I haven't seen. I think I've seen every episode once. I haven't gotten into multiple viewings with that yet. But it's just because I don't know. I watch a lot of shows, but I do think it's one of the best shows on television. If for nothing else, just the production value. They put a lot of money into those episodes.
That's so true, man. Like, so while I don't make like cinematic stuff, I'm really into the behind the scenes stuff on it. And
Yeah.
like I just watch it sometimes just for the production value of the show. It is insane. But man, I wish the characters had normal names. Like I have a really hard.
normal names.
I can't even name them.
Yeah, you know, that's because some of their names are in like weird elf languages and shit. Like, there's no way for us to remember that crap. You have to be really into it, that or have read the books or something. I guess I'm that way with Lord of the Rings. Like I know I know all the characters in that, and you know who's and this is getting really off topic. Have you ever seen the guy from Stephen Colbert like quizzed on Lord of the Rings knowledge?
Yes, you cannot hang with him. He knows.
Nobody can.
He knows.
They literally had the Tolkien expert who works for the movies, who works for the Lord of the Rings movies, go against him in a quiz, and he beat him.
Is that who that guy was?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, "Not in my house. Get out of my house." That's the clip, right?
I haven't actually seen the quiz, but I just read that, you know, he beat the guy who, like, Peter Jackson uses for his fact checker, you know, for the Lord of the Rings films.
I think I saw the actual clip where he like,
which is ridiculous.
Yes, it is absolutely ridiculous.
But getting back to Game of Thrones, the production value, that's what sells me on the show, and it's not. I think that's it, because after Michael Biehn died, I'm hoping I've got his name right. You know, the guy who played
Ned Stark.
Ned Stark. I was starting to lose interest. You know, it kind of switched to. I think his name's Tyrion, the little person.
They call him the imp in the show. Oh, easy puzzle.
Oh shit! Super hard puzzle. He's definitely my favorite character now, and.
Oh, you need to go up. No, you did.
And that's not saying too much. He is really good, but
I think he carried the second show and did an outstanding.
He definitely did. But I really liked Michael Bihn's character. I thought he was like he was like super noble and honorable, and I wish there was some way to bring him back.
But it's Game of Thrones, and that got him killed. They labeled him a liar and a traitor, and that was the end of that.
By the way, his daughter, the oldest one, is super hot. I think she's 17, but I think she's got a future in, you know, I don't know, as an actress in one way or another.
What are you getting at?
I mean, you know, maybe acting isn't her strong suit. Maybe we could get her in some sort of an adult film. I'd pay to see that. You know, once she's 18. Probably. But but I don't know. You're right. The names are really hard to keep up with, and the storyline is more complex, as you pointed out earlier, than even I knew. And I usually pick stuff up, but it's really complex.
For people that don't know, Kyle is like an expert at following TV shows. It sounds like a weird talent, doesn't it? But like Trailer Park Boys, he's following like changes in their costumes that span over seasons. Like the guy will have a tear in his sweatpants, and then next year he'll notice that that tear is still there.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, the shows that I like become obsessed with, and Trailer Park Boys is definitely one of those. Oh shit! This thing's head popped out and it's crawling at you.
I think I'm gonna beat this thing. That's a cool animation.
You're spanking that thing. Yeah. I like that. Trailer Park Boys is one of those things, you know, and for anyone who's out there who has not seen the Trailer Park Boys, you're probably thinking it's some like redneck southern thing, some American white trash crap. This is Canadians' white trash. And Canadian white trash
is the best white trash.
So much funnier than our... Yes, they're the best white trash. They are awesome. It follows the story of like some small-time crooks and criminals in a trailer park. It's a wonderful show.
Is white trash like the N-bomb in that only we're allowed to say it? I don't think it is.
It should be, but it's not.
Yeah, I think anyone can say it.
It's hard to hit these guys. But yeah, I follow little things like that in shows, and especially shows that normally I'm really good at following the characters and all the little intricacies of different shows. But that's one that's Game of Thrones is hard to keep up with. It really is.
Oh,
yeah,
like so I was explaining before the Brotherhood without banners. Like I think this will impress people if they care. Ned Stark, so the Mountain, who was the Hound's brother, did something in a jousting contest that was disrespectful toward the king. Ned Stark sent out the Brotherhood without banners. He died. To
there was no way to avoid it.
That's fine. It looked like you were filling people. Ned Stark sends the Brotherhood without banners to chase down the mountain. While they're out and about, the king dies, and Ned Stark's no longer the king's hand. And now there's the Brotherhood without banners just sort of in the woods without direction. And that scene where they put the rat on the chest, questioning people where the Brotherhood was all the time, that those are the people that they're trying to find. It's difficult to follow this show. Yeah, it's hard to catch up on all this stuff. Gosh darn it, I got...
Yeah, I got one too.
Yeah, I was shooting yours.
To shoot yours.
That's exactly how I got mine.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, man,
but
I'm totally into the Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's like we were saying earlier, but there's just so many damn characters. It's hard to keep up with all of them. It's hard to really care about the personal lives of some of these characters.
There are a lot of people.
You're almost happy every time one dies. You're just like, well, that's one less
That's
thing
how I feel about Walking Dead, man. I am always glad when a Walking Dead character dies. They usually pick some deaths that I approve of.
Yeah, I'm always happy when a Walking Dead character. Oh, dude. Speaking of that, Andrea died. I called it.
Oh, dude, you called it. I made it happen. I had a little... I was like, this character needs to die. I'm completely worn out of her. Next week, done.
She was so annoying.
Oh, she's terrible.
I'm so glad she died. And I don't even like the actress. Everything about that character was just, I hate it. Just constantly mouth agape, constantly just... She was that annoying character who's easily fooled and... Terrible. So I was really happy when she...
That thing about mouth agape in particular really bothered me. I felt like she was always, like... I don't want to hate on the actress. She might be a perfectly lovely person who'd make a wonderful babysitter. But God, if she was my neighbor, I'd be like, oh, do we have to attend this picnic? I don't want anything to do with her.
She really was annoying me with the mouth agape. This monster is pretty difficult. It's kind of glitching around. I'm just running past it.
Me too. I'm out of here.
I'm just leaving that guy behind. I was really happy when she died. It got ruined for me on Twitter, which kind of sucked, but I didn't care. I was like, she's dead. Thank God.
Yeah, no, that's just pure good news.
We are in the thick of things down here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start swatting. This is really effective usually.
I've got a grenade launcher.
I think I killed them all.
I think you did, actually.
Yeah, my melee
is gonna reanimate.
Really quite good. Yeah, Andrea's dead, and it's because I complained. That's my story.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, is there anything else you need done?
Myself and all my friends who watch the show, we really appreciate it.
I wish my powers extended to King Joffrey.
Oh, that kid. When he finally dies, and I haven't read the book, so I don't know if he actually dies. I'm sure it's somebody that bad. You gotta kill him eventually.
Yeah.
I really hope he doesn't, like, die one of those, like, I don't know, some random death where, like, you don't even see him die. His ship just burns or something. I want to see him, like, trapped in a house, like, burning alive, and, like, I don't know, like, 3 of the main characters are all shooting arrows. Like, they both shoot arrows into him, and then the last one, like, guts him with a knife. Like, remember
some sort of torture device that lasts over an episode or 2, where they stretch him out and pull his arms and legs off.
Yeah, something like that. Did you see the newest Rambo movie?
I think so. The one where, like, killing's hard to do and shucks.
It's easy as breathing.
That's it. Oh, I died.
That's all right. We were rappelling down a pit full of monsters. It's gonna happen.
It is dangerous activity.
Yeah. But like so the bad guy in the new Rambo is literally a pedophile warlord who, like, massacres villagers and rapes young boys. That's your bad guy. And at the end, Rambo literally guts him alive. That's the kind of death I want.
That's what Joffrey needs.
Or Joffrey. Yeah, that's what I want for that guy. That guy is such a sociopathic
God, I'm
dick
really
bag.
struggling with this monster.
I'm just diving. I'm just holding
Yeah,
LB
I'm
and
all-
strafing left or right.
I did the same thing. I outran him.
I'm trying to freeze this fan, but I'm not getting anywhere with it.
There
Oh,
you
got
are.
it.
Oh, this fan's gonna be unfrozen by the time I get there.
I'm gonna freeze it again.
Oh, you're the man.
Oh, and then I think something.
I think this
Whoop.
is success. This is a good.
I'm getting sucked back
Oh
into the
no!
fan.
I bet you chop it off. I bet you make it out.
I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing the best I can. All right, I made it.
That
I
looked
made
like
it.
a cutscene that just happens.
I had to tap A really fast.
Oh really?
All skill.
On my screen, I just watched.
Thanks to my Scuf gaming controller.
There you go. Coupon code Woody.
Those really are good. People.
They really
people
are
always-
good, dude. Every pro is using them now.
I ordered 2 more.
Did you?
I'm gonna have 3 by the end of the week. I'm a big fan of the Scuf gaming controllers.
Yeah, they're like, all jokes aside, those things are legit.
If nothing else, I like that it seems like they coat them with some sort of grippy material, and I don't know, you get a better grip on them than that just shiny stuff that Xbox or controllers seem to usually be made out of. And they make some really, they're aesthetically pleasing. They look nice.
They call it the Scuf grip. They like, I don't know. I feel like I'm totally like pouring out Scuf here, but yeah, they put this grippy stuff on it. It makes it stronger, like less, like it's harder to break the plastic, and and it has like a texture. So
I met Duncan at some event one time. He was like, do you have one of these? I was like, nah, I think I'm good with the standard Xbox controller. He's like, no, try this. And, you know, he shows me how the triggers are adjustable and the buttons on the back, and I was like, I don't need all that. I'm just fine. But I tried it out and I like it.
yep, yeah, that's everyone who tries it converts, except the guys that use the claw grip. Are you familiar with the claw?
I am Halo 2 style.
Yeah, the people who've spent years like learning how to perfect the claw are upset that now everybody else just bought the same skill set.
I don't blame them.
No.
I remember I used to play with the claw in Halo 2. I could BXR and I couldn't quad shot, but I could double shot. I was a big Halo 2 fan. That was my first person shooter, and I wanted to be an MLG pro, but it never happened.
I've never had a desire to be an MLG pro.
I didn't really want to be an MLG pro. I just wanted to get ranked up really high.
Yeah, I have no issues with MLG pros. A lot of MLG
Yeah,
pros are my friends, but as far as like wanting their life, nah, dude.
I just wanted to be a super pub stomper.
Yeah, that that I could see. But going into games, scrimming against other pro teams all the time. Oh boy, translator.
I hope that's a puzzle that you have to do and that I can just kind of meander around over here and not really do anything.
It's the key to reconfiguring the machine.
It is a puzzle. I have no idea how to beat this puzzle. So I'm guessing the things like connect to each other.
TV's better now than it's ever been. I say this a lot. I think almost everything is better now than it's ever been when it comes to entertainment. But TV, it's especially with, I really wish, whenever I see a show come on like NBC has got a new show called Hannibal, and I guess it's about Hannibal Lecter, and I'm thinking to myself, like, NBC? Why isn't this on HBO or Showtime? Like, or you know, AMC, or at least put it on somewhere that's got the budget and that can, you know, have the violence and the language that a show about a cannibal needs. Network TV's dead, in my opinion. I don't even care what's on NBC. I don't get it. If it's not, I mean, I look at something like Boardwalk Empire, and it's like, NBC can't even compete with Boardwalk Empire. They don't even know what to do with that.
I do not understand this puzzle. I have a feeling there's thousands of people watching this, and it's completely obvious to them. Can you see the things moving?
I can. Would you like me to take a crack at it?
Yeah. In my head, they were supposed to connect. Like I was supposed to.
There's some audio playback, it seems, which I find interesting because I have my audio turned off.
To me, it's like a combo lock. I could be wrong. Maybe it's not. See, it's going all red. I think that's what failure looks like. So you can use your left stick to sort of switch between them and rotate them up and down. Are you doing that?
I am.
Oh, because on my screen, it looks like you're just picking the same ones every time. But that's not what's really happening.
It's not.
Okay.
I'm shuffling through them.
All right.
Randomly. It seems like there's some audio playback, and I have my audio turned off, which I think is
I think I'd hear it. I think your goal is to make the audio play, and you haven't achieved it yet. But
yeah, you're gonna have to handle that because I have no audio.
All right. So how? I have a pattern that I think I'd like to try. How do you try it again? Oh, that's not it. All right. I am clearly not smart enough for this puzzle. It makes no sense.
We've got to knock this Let's Play out so we can play some Army of Two or something.
Gears of War might be a good choice. A lot of guys have asked for that.
Yeah, I'd definitely be down for that. I know all the controllers and everything. Or all the controls, and I'm familiar with this series.
I played the second one, but I'm not like an expert on the series. God,
I've played them all. I think I know I have. The last one had a really good storyline. They all have good storylines.
They really do. Gears of War does a good job with that. What the?
You ever met Cliff Bleszinski?
No.
He's an interesting guy. He's really short.
He's a real life person?
He's the spokesperson for Gears of War. I don't think they made the newest one. I think it's a similar thing where, Bungie didn't make the new Halo either. But they call him Cliffy B. He's the guy with the spiked up hair who was always the mouthpiece for Gears of War 1, 2, and 3. But I met him last year, and he reminded me of somebody I'd met before. He's just a kind of a, I don't want to say anything bad about him, but he seems like he's a smaller guy, but he seems like he's kind of had to go through life dealing with that, and he's dealt with that by being this super animated, super friendly, just hyper motherfucker. Nice guy.
Gears of War is written like 10 minutes from my house.
Written?
Developed. The game developer is in the
next
town over.
Ah, that's cool.
It is cool.
That's a good game. That game was groundbreaking when it first came out, as far as the graphics and everything.
My agent knows all those guys.
That is helpful.
Well, I don't have any deals with them, but she knows them.
She needs to get us some free copies at the very least.
I bet we could manage that.
We want free copies, or there is going to be a sea of dick pics that she will not be able to swim out of. She is going to be waist deep in dick pics.
Kyle, would you solve this puzzle? I'm puzzle-tarded. I don't even get how this works. I'm hitting buttons that aren't even part of the game. I can't get off the puzzle.
All right, let me see what I can do over here with the powers of YouTube.
Would you kill me and to make me stop working on this puzzle? I'm embarrassing myself in front of everybody. Good Lord.
So I'm trying to do a little research over here and trying to figure out what's going on there.
All right. I've managed to get off the puzzle, but you're on YouTube researching. I'm embarrassed.
Okay, let me hop on that bad boy. I got it.
All right. Do your thing. How do you beat it?
I don't know.
Okay.
So we need this, that, and...
At work, when I was a programmer, we would do this thing called pair programming. And, like, it's kind of a cool thing. It's almost like an immediate code.
Doors open.
You son of a bitch. It was like there's immediate code review and, you know, the better ideas of the two of you make into it and stuff like that. And it worked out really well. But the smarter person was always the one not typing. That person never made a mistake. All they would do is, like, correct stuff. So that's kind of how I feel in these puzzles sometimes. Like, all you got to do is watch, and you won't mess anything up.